Hello guys and welcome to episode 10 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as Brasilia using the Purity Affinity. And we're actually getting through this campaign rather rapidly. You know, we're already on episode 10, but I have a feeling it's going to take us a very long time before we get a domination victory. If we just look at how big this map is and how many cities I'm going to have to take over to get the domination victory, it's going to be pretty ridiculous. Obviously we only have to take over the capitals, but still at the same time we're going to have to, you know, take over a lot of these cities in order to field the force large enough to take over those capitals. But anyway, we can worry about that at a later time. Let's just continue with the development of our nation at the moment and try and fend off the Pan-Asians who seem to be aggressing near my borders. Now, if they move round in between Santo Adria and Cittadella, I'll buy a tile that stops them from doing that without open borders.
If you listen at night, you can sometimes hear Casey Jones, the Wabash cannonball, with his iron legs still running a mile a minute.
And bionics is complete. Right, now we're working on server machinery. Might be worth working on something else first though. I think we're just going to stick with this. I think that's important. We can go to terraforming later on once we actually need the float stone. For now though, I think we're okay with just going straight for server machinery. Those battle suits are pretty important. We'll continue trading with Cittadella from Manuel. This artillery can continue on his way to defend Cittadella. I don't think I'm going to move this armor. I think I'm going to actually move that back, and we'll keep the marine here as well. I think just the armor in Cittadella, the artillery that's on its way, and this marine will be able to defend if the Pan-Asians decide to declare war on me. I am going to buy the tile in between the two settlements. It'll be cheaper to do it with Cittadella, so I'm going to do that. We'll buy that tile. And that way, they can't move in between there now. I mean, they also can't move over these canyons because that's blocked. The only gap in between that is blocked by Dorado. So they'd have to come all the way around if they wanted to get into position before attacking me, like the AI sometimes does. So yeah, there we go. That will have to do for now. We'll tell the armor to sleep. So it would be good for some more aliens to pop up actually, so we can boost our science. And the Pan-Asians are declaring war on me, so yeah, glad I moved my units in that direction. Very well. They are going to destroy my trade convoy, how annoying. Manuel can fire on this explorer, okay. We can actually kill that off with the armor, possibly. No, not quite. Gonna fire onto this gunner though, I think. Unless that can be one shot by my armor. Not quite. Okay, so we'll use the city as well, and then destroy it with the armor. We've got the marine there, we've got the artillery coming up. And how did that not destroy the gunner? My god. Right, we don't want to send our trade convoys off because that would get them killed, pretty much. There's no way of telling me if my other trade convoy got destroyed, but I'm just going to have to tell this one to sleep for now. This one can continue trading with Dorado. Any trades within my lands right now are fine. That's actually quite annoying though that the Pan-Asians decided to declare war on me, because they are blocking my trade routes. What I'm actually going to have to do is get a miasmic repulsor, and then I can just get rid of this miasma up top and trade through here. That would be much more effective for me. So that armor I'm going to put in the way so that the explorer can't like capture a worker or something. The new worker in Santo Adrio can be automated. And I might actually tell Santo Adrio to work on that miasmic repulsor I wanted. Or change Citadella to do that, because we don't really need this colonist if we're going to be at war. We'll see what they do. There are obviously more troops on the horizon. New Babylon has appeared. Well, that's actually a really nice place. Awesome. Now let's kill off this gunner. We'll kill off the missile rover. We'll get this marine to attack that marine, and we can move the artillery into Citadella to use as defense. It's annoying that they've moved that onto water, because I can't attack that at the moment. But we'll make sure that we're not in miasma at the end of the turn. That will have to do. Move that marine on so he's not fortified in miasma. Might bring over the gunner from Boa Esperança and then just keep the marine on Boa Esperança. Oh, I forgot to cue the miasmic repulsor actually. My bad. Have to remind myself in the next turn. Things are getting exciting though, aren't they? Right, let's do that miasmic repulsor thing before I forget. We can work on it in Citadella. I'm going to attack this armor first. We can use the artillery to possibly finish that off. Yep, that works. We can use this armor upgraded to take out this gunner. And I'm going to fortify until healed that marine in friendly territory. Great. We will just finish off the colonists. I'll just keep it in the city.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
Open borders, sure thing.
Indeed.
Pan-Asian's not really doing anything too exciting. Just allowing me to pick off all their units before they even attack me. They just seem to be moving them about. Let's finish off that unit with the marine. And then we'll retreat this armor so it's not in such a bad position. This armor's scared off the explorer, so that's okay. We'll just sleep him where he is so that it doesn't come back. And in Dorado, we can work now on a thorium reactor, I think. We need to get our energy back to positive, and that's the only way I can think of doing so. We could also assign citizens to specialist slots to give us extra energy. Or even like extra production in this case. But I'm not entirely sure I want to do that. Yeah, I think we'll leave that for now. Working the land's better for our growth. Although Citadella isn't growing at all, so maybe we don't have to invest so much into any of this farming land. Yeah, let's do that instead. Okay. I wish I got science for destroying enemy units in wars. That would be really, really useful. Like, really, really useful.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
Sure, you can have that for a favour. Pan-Asians seem to be making a retreat. Trade unit destroyed. Great. That's annoying. Quest decision. Do you want +1 from laboratories, +1 science that is, or explorer units gain +1 additional expedition module? I think we'll get the extra science because we don't use explorers very much anymore. And wow, with that trade convoy being destroyed, we've just lost so much in terms of our income. Like, Christ, we are going fully negative right now. We really need to get this miasmic repulsor finished so we can trade up around here instead of having to travel all the way around, because that is hurting us a lot. Let me just fortify that armor and this marine, and then we'll go hunting for the units that are harassing my trade convoys. We are going to have to build another trade convoy if that is the case, and I think it came from Citadella, so we'll work on it here. It's only going to take 1 turn. Well, maybe 2 turns. No, it says 2 turns there. This gunner needs orders. Let's get him up onto one of these hills. Artillery can stay where he is in the city. And this colonist, where are we going to take him? Is there any recommendations? There's recommendations over here. That could actually be a good idea, moving up here, so that we can secure our trade routes with Red Sun and Farbase 1. But again, it's tundra. The resources aren't great. You know, we do have the silica, we have the geothermal, fruit, tubers, fraxite, and so on, but it's nothing that's going to boost our production and make the city super useful. Like, the fibers are really, really good to start next to your city, and as you can see with the Americans here, they started with 2 fibers, which is half the reason why they can pump out so many units. But at the same time, yeah, over here, there is none of that sort of stuff if I want to place it. We wouldn't place it there, that would be a really bad spot. It would have to be on that tile, if at all. Is it worth it? Maybe. You know, it'd be a really good place to defend from. Or even over here might be a nice idea. Start advancing towards the African Union. Give us access to more titanium, some copper. If we put it like here, for instance, that would be just in range of Citadella. And yeah, just in range of Dorado as well, so there would be a nice place. And we could also just build a vivarium and then take advantage of all the desert tiles. I'm really apprehensive about where I want to put this one. I'm sorry, guys. It's a big decision, really. Maybe if I started advancing this way, that could work. There's a lot of grassland here. We could maybe settle on, for instance, this tile. And then that would give us the means to settle down here. But then again, that would be overextending towards Elodie. And we don't want Elodie to start attacking us as well now, because we're already dealing with the Pan-Asians and the Americans. I think here would be the best idea, so I'm going to do that. And I didn't see any enemy forces down that way, so we're just going to go ahead and do that straight away. Once we got servo machinery, we really don't have to worry about any of these wars anyway, because the battlesuit is so strong early in the game. I think counting on vivariums is going to be our idea of winning this game at the moment. Now let's get these units on the move, because we need to really secure our trade routes. Got another armor that can come over and help us out now. That's nice. And if we choose a new production in Santo Adrio, we can work on this auto plant now. Or maybe even... No, I think I want to keep this miasma here, because it would force the trade route round that way, rather than skipping up through there, which could be dangerous. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe making a miasma repulsor, but we'll work on the auto plant to increase our production even more in that city, and then we can actually work on the alien preserve after, because I mustn't neglect my culture, because getting the next synergy bonus is really important for me. Like, integrated arms is actually going to become useful. It already has become useful, because we're going to get plus 10% production towards units for each upgrade it has. And in terms of like all my units so far, the gunner, the marine, and the armor, that's going to give us plus 10 for each of them. Plus 10%, that is. Not for the battlesuit, but just for those. This colonist seems safe at the moment, which is good. So, Pan-Asians are offering me peace, and I give them petroleum, geothermal, titanium, and open borders. I am going to refuse that offer, thank you very much. We are going to be in the red very soon, which will suck. So what do we do about this? Like, the ideal thing we can do is possibly use our trade convoys to trade immediately with America or something. Just to boost our money for a little bit. That could be a plan. Rather than using them, like not using them at all. Right, that's perfect there, because that will clear all this miasma. Then we can start trading with Farbase 1 and Red Sun again. This trade convoy, we'll make it trade with like Megan or something. Iron will give us the most energy, so we'll do that. Okay, and we'll use this trade convoy at Santo Adrio. Actually, we can't pick that one. We can use this one though to trade with Central. See, that's not going to give us much at all. Anywhere else? Freeland will give us plus 7 energy per turn. Really nice. Yeah, let's do that. Trade with our 2 good friends. At least I hope they're my friends. Am I going to attack this marine? I don't really want to give them the initiative. So we're just going to keep moving towards them. Now in Manuel, do we want to build like another trade convoy? Because we can send it to Dorado and it's only going to take 2 turns. I think we'll do that. In Boa Esperança, we will begin by working on a trade depot here, I think. Yep, it's going to give us the extra production and it will allow us to trade earlier on, which will give us more money. And in terms of +1 production from auto plants or +1 energy, I think we'll get the energy. because we need that immediately. Normally I wouldn't choose like that. I would get the extra production because it's just overall more useful. But the energy is really something we need right now, and we don't want to go in the red anytime soon because that will really hurt our science. Got another armor that can follow up this task force. I might even send that down to defend my new settlement. Australia happy with the trade. And so is the African Union. I'm going to settle what lands I please, thank you very much. My armor taking a little bit of a beating from the gunner there. I'm going to move this armor away now. We can use this gunner to attack their marine. We'll use this marine to attack their marine as well. And I think I'll leave that armor where it is. So the new trade convoy in Citadella can open trade somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, none of these are ideal yet. I guess we'll just sleep that one for now then. Hopefully this miasma will be removed soon and we can send a trade convoy through there. Settle our new outposts. What's it called? I can't even see the name of it. It's being covered by the trade convoy. Such a small name. Anyway, Citadella, what are you going to work on now? Another worker? Yeah, it might be a good idea, especially if we're settling much more land. Yeah, let's do that. One of these forests being chopped down is actually really useful because it's going to boost the production in Santo Adrio and Manuel by an absolute ton. Wow, okay. America's condemning me. I actually thought that was a declaration of war, which is why I had that reaction. But that's good. It's not a declaration of war. Let's go deal with this alien nest. The trade convoy that's just been built in Manuel can be sent to Dorado. I think we can now move on our units. Yep, we can. Get his armor back into friendly territory. Now at Manuel, I think we work on a gene garden next. Getting this health back to, like, getting the health higher again would be really useful. It's dropped to 10 because we've built Boa Esperanza and Fiel. We need to get the health buildings in those two particular outposts. Being condemned now by Kavithan Protectorate. No worries. This new trade route from, or trade convoy from Dorado can trade with Freeland. And we are positive in energy again, thank God. Shoot up some aliens. Always fun. And the new worker at Citadella can automate, and we'll work on the network now. This marine can finish off their marine. Oh my, that might have been a bad idea. Because if we get attacked by the gunner and the marine next turn, this marine might die. Bad call maybe. Right, let's block the approach of this armor with my armor, so it can't attack my gunner. I don't think my marine will die. It might do. We'll have to wait and see. We're currently at plus 70 science per turn, which is actually quite a lot. I think it's because of all of this increased trade. It's going to be useful anyway for getting us towards server machinery. I'm really hoping they just haven't nerfed the battle suits in any of the patches. Because that would suck a lot. Well, they didn't actually even attack my marine, which is nice. Oh, never mind. I jinxed myself. Yes, they did. 17 damage. I can deal with that. Aliens suiciding into my marines. That works too. So we're now going to retreat my marine unit. That means we're going to have to move back this gunner. Just going to leave that armor where it is for now. Can attack the aliens again here. And that's okay. Right, what I might do is move this missile rover to Fiel, just in case. We're currently on 3 energy. That is all. 3. I don't think I've ever become so close to being bankrupt in this game. It's literally our, like, us investing into so much military early on that's really affecting that energy. But energy doesn't affect our growth, which is nice. But let's destroy this nest anyway. Gonna skip another couple of turns on server machinery. We'll fortify this marine, fortify this gunner. I don't mind that it's fortified in miasma because it will just, you know, re-heal every turn. But it'll always be slightly lower on health, but that's a really nice position for me to attack things from. We have a nice defensive position there. Gonna send this armor down towards Fiel as well to support the artillery. And all is well. Just waiting for this miasmic repulsor to do its job. And then we can start trading with it. With Red Sun, that is. Although, Red Sun looks like it's taking a beating again. Hopefully it can defend itself.
एक और एक 11 होते हैं.
She wants titanium. I'm going to refuse that. Didn't she condemn me? Yeah. Not sure where she was going with that. Unfortunately though, this has been my time. Looks like we're going to have to do a few more turns in combat with the Pan-Asians. We have a lot to work with though in this turn, so it'd be exciting to continue this. We are growing at a increased rate now. Once Fiel is finished, that will be awesome. You can see our energy is now back up to plus 13. We've got plus 72 science coming in, and that's from all the trade routes that I've set up with Freeland in particular. The other thing is, as soon as I get back to trading with Farbase 1 and Red Sun, this is going to be like plus 23, which is even better. But for now, that's it. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.